Today, to finish our activities, let's go together to Think Tank section, which is on page 175 and 176. Ready? This is not entirely new for you because we've been talking about loans, interest, repayment amounts, and more, right? But let's read together so that we can remember what we're supposed to do, okay? So today we're talking about simple interest. This is when an interest is paid only on the loan amount. This type of interest is usually used for a short-term loan. To find simple interest, we multiply the interest rate by the principal, or the loan amount. You did this earlier in the unit, but now you know it is called simple interest. We have a formula here. Keep this in mind because you will need it to solve the following problems. Find the simple interest for each loan amount. If you need to, show your work on a separate sheet of paper. And that's what I'm going to do, to show you how to do it on this first example, and then it will be your turn to work on these other exercises. Ready? Remember, we already know the principal or the loan amount, that is $500, and we also know the interest rate, which is 4%. Remember, we did this when we were calculating the repayment amount on the last lesson. Okay, so I'll go to a separate paper to solve this with you. This is where we have our information. $500 and a 4% interest rate. So what should we do? Remember, we just need to multiply this. So we have 500 times 4, and it's really easy. 5 times 4, 20, and I add these two other zeros. Now, of course, that $2,000 will not be the simple interest of $500. That would be a lot, right? So, what should we do? Remember that we are talking about percentages. So it is over 100. So we have two options. Number one, to remember that it is an invisible point over here, and we just move it to the left 2 zeros to represent the 20, and then you will have the answer, that is 20. Another option is to write the result, $2,000 over 100, because it is a percentage. So if we do this, we will have the same result. So for $500, the 4% represents only $20. Okay? So let's go back to our page. You are going to follow the same steps to solve the next two exercises. Let's keep moving. Simple interest stays the same every year. To find the repayment amount of the loan, multiply the simple interest by the term of the loan and add these to the principal. So the simple interest is the simple number that you will pay each year. And the repayment amount, remember that we need to consider the term. So if we have to pay the loan during 3 years, that means that the interest will be multiplied by 3, okay? And the repayment amount is the total of money that you will pay at the end of your loan. That means the principal plus the interest during this term. So I'll help you to do this first one so that you can keep going on the following, okay? Let me go again to my worksheet over here, and I'll take this, yes, over here, so that we can work better. Let me erase what I did before so that we can be ready. Okay, so here we have another loan information. We have $200 as the principal, and we have the interest rate, which is 5%. If I do my numbers, 1,000 will be the result. And as I explained you before, 1,000 is a lot, right? So if we remember that we are talking about percentages, I'll move my period, my point, 2 zeros to the left. So the simple interest will be $10. Now I know that the term is for 3 years, so I have to multiply these $10 times 3. In this case, it will be $30. but they're asking me for the repayment amount. So remember, what do we have to do? Okay, a simple addition. We have to consider the principal, which is $200 plus the total of interest that I will be paying during these 3 years, which is $30. So if I do this addition, it is $230. That's my repayment amount. So you can write it over here. As simple as that. Okay? So it's time for you to solve the rest of the exercises over here. I think you have enough help. Now, as soon as you're ready, you'll go to the next page, 176, where we have another problem. One day, Tyler was learning about math on his computer when suddenly it stopped working. Tyler got really upset. There was no way he could afford to buy a new computer. He only had $100 in his bank account. A new computer would cost about $500. Then he remembered he could get a loan. Tyler gets a personal loan of $500 at 10% for 2 years. What will Tyler owe in simple interest? Well, if we remember, to calculate the simple interest, we have a formula on the previous page. Remember? This is the formula. Interest rate times principal equals to simple interest. So let's go back to our page. Here it is. So the only thing you have to do is to copy the formula. Remember. Did you forget the formula already? No. Okay, let's go back to the previous page. It is over there. I will do it with a different color just for you to identify it better. This is our formula. Okay? The interest rate multiplied by the principal. So that's what you have to write over here. Okay? Now, it's time for you to work and solve the problem. I already showed you how to do it. Okay? Remember, to calculate the simple interest, you just need to follow the formula. And you have to do it over here. Okay? And just to finish, you have an extra problem. The bank also offered Tyler a different option for his loan. They would loan him $400 at 15%. Would Tyler pay less interest on this loan? Explain your answer. So what do you have to do here? You just need to calculate the interest and compare it with the interest on the previous problem. And remember what the question is. Would Tyler pay less interest? Your answer should be yes, no, and why. Ready? Time to work.